Hi there, Dan Stromek here. I want to thank you for choosing this video to watch. Today we're going to go over the 5 laws of the universe that are most helpful to your business. Before we get started, I want to say thank you. Hit that like and subscribe button down below. Hit that bell notification. Get this algorithm going. Push out more content to you guys to increase your ability to help you move along in your business. That's my goal. First things first is I'm grateful that you're here watching. Without you, I wouldn't have anybody watching my channel. My subscribers, I appreciate all your hard work and dedication that you put into watching my videos. And let's keep them rocking. First law that is very important in your business is the law of increase. So with the law of increase, you want to make sure that you understand the fact that you're increasing not yourself, but the people you are providing your service with. So with that said, for example, is say someone buys one of your products, you want to give them a little upgrade on the product, say an extra video or a 14-day mentorship program to go along with it, but not changing the price. That's an increase of value that you're giving them, which is increasing their ability to learn. So like I said, the goal of this channel is we want to increase your ability to grow your business. So with the law of increase is without expectation. I believe everyone has read and heard the delightful story of Aladdin and the lamp, right? He has 3 wishes. He rubs on the genie comes out and goes, Master, you have what wishes what wishes can I grant for you? So with that said, there's no limit to the list. A lot of people say there's 3 wishes, but the universe is so vast and so large that everything's out there. As many wishes as you want, as many things you'd like to attract, how much money you would like to bring in, how much abundance you would like to have. It's all based on the willing to increase. So by increasing others, which also goes back to the major thing with it law of increase is that everything that hath praised the Lord, praise the Lord. So with praise brings more increase to you and to your surroundings, which brings me to a story that I read from a mentor from a book I read about the laws. Was that there's a guy driving a truck, starts acting up. As he's driving down the street, the truck sounds like it's starting to break down. But with the guy knowing about the law of increase, by praising what you have and what you have around in your surroundings, he starts praising his truck, how grateful he is that he's had it. It's been with him for 15 years. This truck is amazing. I just need you to get me home. I know you can do it. Keep pushing forward. I know you can get me to the place, my destination that I need to be. So with that said, as he gets home, he drives all the way to his truck, drives his truck all the way to his house, gets to the front door, gets out of the car, turns it off, and the transmission falls out of the bottom of his truck. With praising it, gave it the ability to keep going, just like in your business. Praising for the job, little things that you do, little big wins that you have, from waking up in the morning to breathing to getting your first sale. Any praise that you have towards it. So even if you don't get a sale, say if you get a refund, or you say you get a decline on a card, you should praise it. Thank you for the decline. I have thousands more coming my way. And if you keep this thought of the law of increase coming forward in your mind, as you increase others, you increase yourself. By praising others, you increase yourself. And that's the best way that I can describe the law of increase to you. Just get out there, go try it. It's a good thing to, not only that, it'll make you and put you in the right mindset, and it'll help you move forward in your business. Law number 2 of the laws that are helping improve your business, which is the law of receiving. I know we just talked about law of increase. The law of receiving is the number two most important law to think about. I'm going to read you a little passage out of a book about the law of receiving. The law says, "It is more blessed to give than to receive. As you freely give, you freely receive. Unless you are free to extend or to give out our desire, our goods, the law will not have any pattern to within. It cannot proceed with the supply of any needs without any pattern. Many try to work the law backwards for the reason get little or no results. They say to themselves, well, after I get, then I will give. If you wish any good things, you must first give some to build upon." It's a great passage. And take the whole thing of law of receivings in that little passage right there is that you need to be able to give before you receive anything. And it's not about just freely giving or careless giving. It's about caring, about giving, about extending your hand to someone that needs help. It's about walking next to seeing a person on the side of the road that's asking if you have any spare change. It's it's about when that person asks for spare change, it's not I don't have any, because if you say you don't have any, you do, you're actually constricting the law of receiving because you're saying that you don't need any more, right? So it's not freely giving as well, like just careless, like, okay, here's $20, take it, go. It has to mean something. You put emotion into it, put feelings into what you do, put everything that you give has to have a reason. Donating to a charity because you have to will not get you closer to receiving something. Donating to charity because you want to or that it's close to you will bring forth more receiving, the law of receiving, than it would if you didn't. All right, number 3 for laws you need to know that will most impact your business. Third law is the law of non-resistance. So a law of non-resistance sounds exactly what it is, not resisting, which means, in fact, when you have a hurdle, you don't resist it, you find a way around it, but it doesn't make it stop. So a lot of times when people come in business, when they're coming up against challenges or backlashes or bans, they tend to stop and focus on that one problem, and just hit that. Keep pushing that problem. Why am I banned? Why am I? Keep working. But there's always another way around it. So with law of non-resistance is a good way I look at it is that think of a river, actually a small little creek. A creek starts out, right? Small creek is windy. It's going down. From a creek starts, it's always going to end up to a body of water, lake, which makes it always out to the ocean, right? That's the way the law works. Water flows towards the ocean from any mountain. So if you have a creek that's going down there, it's a small creek, right? It's going to hit a rock as it's going. It's going to slow it down. But eventually, the creek is going to go around the rock and keep making the way towards the path that it is. So every rock in your business is your resistance, right? And by not resisting it, by making your way around it, working around, workarounds, finding a new way to do a new product, finding a new way to, work around a blockage or go to a different format or go to a different search engine or go to a different social media platform. It's all the way work around the blocks. And as a creek flows into a bigger river, so say it goes from a creek to a river, now it's larger. Rocks usually don't stand in the way unless they're big, huge boulders, right? So at that point, you get enough steam momentum that you're rolling over the small pebbles and rocks in your way. And when you hit the big rocks, it diverts you again. You got to get into a bigger river. And by, you're the Columbia River, 25 feet wide, 30 feet deep, you're flowing, your momentum is going. There is no resistance. Everything is moving. It's flowing the right way because you adapt to the situation. You don't let it stop you. You don't let it keep you from getting to your point. And that's the biggest thing about with non-resistant is that you don't let little pebbles in your creek right now get in your way or deter you or stop you, because it's a lot harder to start over from the beginning than it is to try to work around it. And by the time with water, which water always flows down, well, no matter what, we'll get around that rock somehow, some way, because it's not resisting it. It's keep moving. It's keep moving the gravel. It'll move. It'll make a new path to get around it. It won't start. It won't go back up to the top and start over. It stays where it's at and it moves forward. That's the best way to think of non-resistance. You got to keep moving forward. That you keep pushing to those boundaries. When you get to that boundary, you work your way around it. You find it, and by the time you get to that same obstacle in the future, you're going to be such a big river that it's not going to stop you until we grow ourselves into a massive ocean to where there's nothing in us, that we move mountains. That's what we want to do, is move mountains, and that's what we get to. So that's why the law of non-resistance is very important. Number 4, to the best laws to learn, to know, to understand, to move your business forward. The law of attraction. The law of attraction you're probably familiar with. You probably back in early 2000s, I want to say, or even earlier than that. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. It's a great movie. So the law of attraction is the law that states that you attract everything that you get. And yes, just like in the movie, they say, I want to be the evil guy saying, yes, you attracted everything you got. The day you have, the house you have, the car you have, the dog you have, the wife you have, and the kids you have. You attracted it all. So the goal is to attract what you want, not what you think you want or what other people want for you. So, and I know there's a lot of examples out there of what the law of attraction is or not, might not be, but to desire is to expect is to achieve, is a good way to think about it. And what do you desire most? What do you want to attract most in your life? Do you want to attract abundance? Do you want to attract, $5,000 a day, $100,000 a month, $1 million a month? Are you willing and are you able to desire it, to want it, and to do what you have to do to get it? Because to attract that to you takes a different mindset. It takes a different way of thinking to get there. And desire is what the law of attraction is. If you desire to be abundant, to be free of your 9 to 5, and you're willing and you're able to do it, you'll get there because it'll be attracted to you. Everything else, everything out there is for us. Anything you want to attract is there. You just need to attract it. And that's by thinking about it most. So with that said, when you think, like, I didn't attract this debt I had, or I didn't attract this broke down car, all I do is think about money. But do you think about money? Are you thinking about money? Or are you thinking about your bills that you have to pay? Are you thinking about the next paycheck of what you're going to do over the weekend? It's about spending money, not making money. Thinking about your bills. I keep getting bills in the mail. I keep getting bills in the mail. What are you going to get? More bills in the mail. Switch around. Here's a little thought. Think about, I get checks in the mail. I get checks in the mail. Maybe you'll get checks in the mail. The law of attraction is there. It's the hardest one, I think, for your identity to adjust to, just because it's hard for you to think of yourself not thinking the right way, right? Like it's hard for someone to say, no, I didn't think of debt all the time. I don't think of all these bills I get in the mail. I don't think of my power bill. I don't think of my grocery bill. I don't think of, oh, that's too expensive. I don't think, oh, I need to get this one. It's on sale. Which is thinking about lack, which is bringing more lack, which is debt, which is affecting you most. So law of attractions, it's number 4 on the list, but this list is not in order of best to last, or top one to bottom one, or however you want to say it. But the law of attraction is very important to get what you want and to attract what you want. You have to use your mental faculties and your ability to create the intent and the imagination to pull what you're attracting to you. So if you're thinking of a new car, and the car that you have, if you don't like, say you want to buy a Porsche Boxer or a new Tesla, best way to do it is go test drive it, go see yourself in there, take a picture of yourself in the car, in there, and then look at it every day, saying, "Oh, that's my car. That is my Tesla. I drive it everywhere." No matter what, even if you still drive a Honda Accord from the '90s, or a Pinto, you can still, as you drive it, still think it's a Tesla. It's all that's what your imagination's for. It's to create your fantasy and to drive yourself to attract what you want from your fantasy. So that's the fourth one, the law of attraction, which we're going to get into the fifth one, which is the law of vibration, which is the one that's actually the key to making all these laws work together. The law of vibration is, think of it as an AM, FM radio. It's a frequency, right? Your vibration that you're putting out into the universe is what is attracting things to you, which connects the law of attraction to it. And it helps you get what you need and how you're going to get there. So, and a good way to think about law of vibration is it's your emotions, your feelings. If you feel good, you feel bad. You're going to attract more bad feelings, more good feelings based on how you feel. So the key with the law of vibration is to keep your vibration high. And you want to keep it high on a level to where it's at the level where you want to be as your business owner, as your $100,000 a month earner, $100,000 a day earner. Whatever vibration you know that level is at, is you need to stay, which means you need to keep your thoughts there, happy, because I don't see anybody making $100,000 a month sad and depressed. I mean, they could be. I'm not saying they're not. If you are making $100,000 a month and you're sad and depressed, put a comment down below and we can talk. But it's all about creating more of the vibration to get you to that location. So if you're constantly thinking happy thoughts, it's going to bring you closer to the frequency of what the happy thoughts are. So happy thought is driving a Tesla. So I'm thinking happy. Tesla's going to get attracted to me closer, which is going to close the gap. So law of vibration, I'm going to say it's the glue of the laws. It's what keeps everything together. And by doing so, by keeping yourself in check to where you're monitoring your feelings, if you get mad, get lonely, get depressed, read a book, watch a movie, watch a funny movie, make yourself laugh, hang out with your kids like I do. I just think of my children every time I'm not in the mood. I get little notes from my daughter saying, "I love you, Daddy," and all this fun stuff you find around the house that you don't normally see when you're in these down depressions. And if you find yourself one day waking up, stubbing your toe out of bed, try to turn yourself around quickly, because it's a big vibration of negativity coming your way. Stubbing your toe out of bed, it's a big negative vibration coming your way. It's going to bring more of what you don't want. If you get stuck in traffic and you're yelling, you're getting road rage, try to turn around, turn some classical music on, turn something on that you like to hear, listen to a book, read a book, turn on my YouTube videos, plug there, and hopefully I can work you through it and understand the law of vibration is your frequency. It's what level your mental state is, the frequency flowing through the universe, and anything on that plane is going to be in the way of your frequency, right? So as your mental faculties and your thoughts are going through the day of, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, you're not going to have a happy day at work. You might have people you don't like at work, but you got to learn to understand that you're going to think of yourself as, you know what, you could put up with them a day and I'm going to be happy about not working with them, but happy, right? Or you can increase them by praising them, because Who doesn't love praise? Going back to the law of increase. Who doesn't love praise? Praise makes everybody happy, and is, as you notice, is by creating this frequency of happiness towards you, you're gonna lose or misplace things that normally don't make you happy. So it's not going to be there. You're not going to be there, or that person might not come into work day if you're in a super good mood, or the traffic might not be there if you wake up in a great mood. It's because as long as your vibration is high and happy and frequencies, you're all these good thoughts, you're in a great mood, you're happy, you're smiling, you're grateful, it's all going to equal. You can't have a happy vibration up here, and then all of a sudden there's a low vibration of being depressed down here. It's not going to meet. They're two different areas, right? They're going right over the top of each other. It doesn't mix, it doesn't match, right? So stay on the happy vibration, keep it positive, especially in your business. And get an example of your business is, for me, one of the hardest things I had to do was work on my vibration and the way I was seeing my sales. I would get these 2 or 3 sales in a day when I first started, and I'd walk away at $500, and I'd be such a great mood. Yeah, hey, made sales, good job, yeah. And then I'd open up my account, and next day, or I get an email saying those transactions are being disputed, which it's not a good thing, But hey, back then, I would be mad, distraught. Oh man, why don't they like it? What did I do wrong? But now it's like, hey, they didn't really want to spend the money on the product. That's why they want it back. I got 20 more thousand people going to buy my product today. Why am I going to let 2 people that disputed their sales bring me down? I'm still in a good vibration. I'm still happy. I'm still here. My business is still running. Nothing stops it. So that's a way to look at all vibration. Keep your thoughts up no matter what. Try to reframe, which is another thing we talk about later in some podcast, in some YouTube videos. Reframe everything for what you have. But yeah, number 5, the law, the glue that keeps all laws together, law of vibration.